And just like that, we're back. So, it's pretty obvious, probably by now. My low is the fact that yesterday really was my final day of being up at the Keuka Lake, at Keuka Lake this calendar year, in the year of our Lord 2020. So, yeah, just like that. Well, technically summer's been over since Tuesday, but at least for me, it's over. For now. I mean, I'm going to be going back to Keuka Lake every summer, every weekend of every summer for the rest of my life, you know. I have the entire rest of my life with it, and I have more Keuka Lake videos to do. Sure. But for this year, it's done. As I speak these very words, my parents are up at Keuka Lake right now at our cottage, closing up everything, you know, taking care of a few necessary things. They're actually going to be heading to a church later this afternoon. More like, it's at 11, which is actually celebrating my late grandfather, because remember yesterday how I said that day 1000 was almost September 27th, which would be today? September 27th is actually my late grandfather's birthday. So were it not for the fact that this year was a leap year, day 1000 would have been today. Well, technically it still would have been on a Saturday, but the date would have been, you know, the 27th. And I've said this many times in the past, when I started making videos on January 1st, 2018, whatever day number was, you know, let the chips fall where they may. So never would I have ever predicted that, you know, my grandfather would pass. Because he was in perfect health when I started making videos. And then, you know, he just wound up getting cancer and you know the rest. So, it really is a very, you know, I'm just going to say, for my family, particularly on my mother's side, it's incredibly just depressing knowing that he's gone. It is. Like, this is my last, this wasn't, I mean, yesterday was my last day up at Keuka Lake for this calendar year, but back in July, like, that, I believe was the Monday after a 4th of July weekend, that was the last time I was ever going to see my grandfather's cottage at all. I mean, it's not being torn down. I mean, a loving family, you know, bought and purchased it, and so they're going to be there from now on. So, you know, there's that, you know. And, you know, I've never actually met these people, but from what I hear, they're nice people, so that's good, right? But, yeah. This is my first summer without my grandfather. And it was capped off technically by yesterday, with me my last day up at Keuka Lake for this year. So, needless to say, that ought to be a pretty nice way to kick off a low for the next 1,000 days. Yeah, but you know what? If you think that's my low, my high is much greater than that. Because, yeah, yesterday was my last day up Keuka Lake. But you know what? I got to be there at all. I mean, I honestly could have just had my 1,000th, day 1,000 be right here. And that would have been like the end of it. But considering how much I've talked about Keuka Lake throughout these last 1,000 days, and considering the fact I'm going to be talking about Keuka Lake I'm talking about Keuka Lake right now, actually. You know, what more fitting place to have day 1,000 than Keuka Lake? And fun fact for any of you, on day 1700, that should be another Keuka Lake video. So look forward to that. Oh, it should be, because it should be a Saturday during the summer. So look forward to that in 2022. This is fun. Anyway, and I said we celebrated my cousin Hudson's birthday yesterday. You bet your behind we celebrated his birthday yesterday, and it was great. I got to see my family. I got to see, my little cousin Hudson turned 3. Gave him a nice card. It was, got to play with a bunch of toys. Well, he did. I did not play with kiddie toys. He got to, it's his party. He can cry if he wants to. Although, this was actually funny. During the party at one point, he actually took, because he's 3 years old, he actually took someone's cup of soda and started drinking it. And his very responsible mother started to yell at him. Listen, I know soda's on my full course menu of life, and I said you don't need to be over the age of 21 in order to enjoy it. But the age of 3 is too young to have soda. I'll be the one to tell you that right now. So, yeah, that actually happened. Gosh, what else? Actually, I haven't talked about the party. I gotta get to my act of kindness. What was my act of kindness? Well, when my grandmother arrived, I helped, because, this is family. I pretty much helped whenever I could. I helped my grandmother get inside the house and out of the house. I, offered to get drinks for people. I offered, get plates for people, stuff like that. So, yeah, that was my act of kindness. So, honestly, considering just how powerful the day yesterday was, for me anyway, and considering that, yeah, it was my last day up at Keuka Lake for this year, being surrounded by my family is exactly what the doctor ordered. So, to my family who's watching, pretty obvious, I still love you guys. Here's how awesome yesterday was. I was not expecting to see my brother, my sister-in-law, and my nephews, and they were there. Yes, I said their names yesterday, but, I don't want to make that. I've said this before, they live a very private lifestyle. The only reason why I mentioned their names yesterday is because, come on, it was day 1,000. It kind of warrants something a little big, But don't worry, if I ever say the names again, it's going to be every once in a while. Definitely not today. But, I wanted to stress that part. I also said my mother and father's names, but again, I said their names before, but, again, it's day 1,000. It kind of warrants it a little bit. So, yeah. Good morning, happy Sunday, everybody. In terms of the party last night, we had there was a fruit platter, a fruit platter with vanilla yogurt ganache sort of thing. A vegetable platter with ranch. I had the cauliflower and the carrots and the broccoli and celery and stuff. There was a cheese and a pepperoni plate. And as for dinner, we actually went with the tried and true staple of this area, and that is Pudgy's. Yes, we had because I talked about Pudgy's several times on camera before, but Pudgy's has several locations. One of them is in Corning, and they got 3 large cheese pizzas, 1 plain, 1 pepperoni. Yeah, should you order from Pudgy's, plain and pepperoni are the go-tos for everyone. I like those too, but there are other pizzas I like. In fact, to be perfectly honest, the third pizza I had, which is everything on it, that's what I had, and that's, in fact, now that I think of it, that was the pizza that was eaten the most. So, yeah, I'm just glad to see I'm not the only one with really good taste. And there was I believe, 3 40-packs of 3 different kinds of wings. So, again, a 40-pack of medium wings, a 40-pack of mild wings, and a 40-pack of barbecue. There was a lot of food. I ended up taking some home. That's how much food there was. So that was nice. And for dessert, there's this place. It's a place on Market Street called Laura Bell's Bakery. I think. Hold on. Probably should have done this before I started, but I was kind of procrastinating. Plus, I'm sure a lot of you were anxious to see what I do today. I mean, no. And my computer is off. I have to wait for it to load. I am totally smart. But it's called Laura Bell's Bakery. And I want to say that the theme, because there's a theme to the party, was which, you know, it's about Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is awesome. I mean, yeah, I know Disney always has some. It's great to make fun of Disney and stuff, but I love it. So, you know, take that what you will. Hold on a second. Oh. And it takes a minute for the Wi-Fi to boot up too. Wonderful. Seriously, did I actually have me yet? Okay. Okay, we're good. Hopefully this should work now. Okay. Which is good because, let's see. Load. Come on. Aha. Alright, I'll run your channel. This is taking forever. Okay, I have a better idea. Hold on. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. It's, the cake and the cupcakes at the party yesterday were from a place called Laura Bell's Bakery on Market Street in Corning. And it was a chocolate peanut butter cake. And again, it was Mickey Mouse themes. It was like fondant, like Mickey Mouse and Donald and Goofy and all the others. And there were two kinds of cupcakes. There was an orange creamsicle cupcake and a vanilla cotton candy cupcake. Needless to say, those are the best iterations of those cupcakes I've ever had. So, congratulations, Laura Bell's Bakery. They're on my list. I need to make up a list. I mean, I did say in the past that Peas Macarons is the best red velvet carrot I've ever had. Carrot cake, I mean. So, yeah. I should make a list about these sorts of things. Or maybe it's subject to change. I mean, the only reason why I have it is something that really is subject to change a little bit. So, I'll play that by ear. But you know what? I procrastinated long enough. Let's get into some NFL picks, shall we? Yeah, in order to move on to the future, because here's the thing. Like, I only just started getting used to, like, the norm that the summer was offering, because I'd be up in Keuka Lake right now. And sure enough, we're back here. And watch, you know, come all the way till we get to May in 2021, I'll just get used to whatever my norm is here, and then it's going to be completely, like, whiplash. So, you know what? That's life. You gotta learn to roll with it. And I will. Plus, I'll be making videos every day, and I hope all of you are there every step of the way. But enough to talk about that. Let's move on and make some NFL picks, shall we? So, we have the 49ers and the Giants. Yeah, I'm picking the 49ers to win this one. That's a no-brainer. Even if George Kittle's hurt, they got this. Ooh, the Washington football team versus the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland actually had a pretty big win the other night, and Washington proved to be, you know, Washington. You know what? I'll cheer on for the Browns fans. So, yeah, I'll go for the Browns today. The Bengals and the Eagles. Well, you know what? I want to be number one in my division. And I really think Joe Burrow can pull out a win. So you know what? I'm picking the Bengals over the Eagles. And that reminds me, for this next pick, there's one thing I have to do. Considering that the Las Vegas Raiders are 2-0, I started this tradition last year, and I forgot to do it the last 2 weeks. So, for all you Raiders fans out there, the autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea, With a rollicking song, he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. And here's my favorite part. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won. I really love saying that part. But yes, the Raiders are playing the Patriots today. That's a tough one. Because the Raiders proved against the Saints of all teams that they really are capable of doing great things. They have no answer for Darren Waller, who I actually like Darren Waller. So we'll be seeing exactly what this team's made of. But I don't think, because here's the thing, Bill Belichick and the Patriots are not going to take that loss to Seattle on Sunday night all too well. So I think the Patriots are going to win this. But know this, Raiders fans, for every time you guys win, I'm doing that poem. So, there you go. Let's see, the Bears and the Falcons. You know, the Falcons screwed up beating the Cowboys when that game was all but won. The Bears got this. End of story. I'm picking the Bears over the Falcons. Let's see, the Rams and the Bills. Ooh. You know what? Even though both teams are 2-0, the Bills are at home. You know, let's go Buffalo. So we'll pick the Bills over the Rams. See, the Texans and the Steelers. The Texans really need a win here. So I think actually, you know what? The Steelers are doing pretty good too. You know, the Steelers are home. I'll pick the Steelers. Let's see, the Titans and the Vikings. I'll pick the Titans for this one. I think Derrick Henry's going to have another monster game. See, the Panthers and the Chargers. Before Christian McCaffrey got injured, this actually would be easy for me. But you know what? The Chargers have a really great defense led by Joey Bosa. I'll pick the Chargers over the Panthers. And to my friend who's a Panthers fan, I'm sorry, bro, but I can't in good faith pick the Panthers as long as Christian McCaffrey's out. Let's see, the Jets and the Colts. Colts. Come on, the Colts need to win. The Jets are not doing anything remotely fantastic. Actually, have the Jets even won a game yet? No, they haven't. Yeah, I'm picking the Colts over the Jets. Let's see. The Cowboys and the Seahawks. You know what? The odds are against us. Russell Wilson's playing out of his mind, but you know what? I'm still rooting for my Dallas Cowboys. Go! Cowboys! So yeah, I'm picking the Cowboys over the Seahawks. Like that was hard to do. See, the Lions, ooh. The Lions and the Cardinals. This is actually a rematch from Kyler Murray's very first game when they ended in tie. The Cardinals are actually on fire. And the Lions messed up the game against the Bears. That's the title I need to know. I'm picking the Cardinals. See, the Buccaneers and the Broncos. You know what? The Tampa Bay's got this. I'm doing the Buccaneers over the Broncos. And now we have tonight's game. Two all-time great quarterbacks going head-to-head. You have Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers. Drew Brees of the New Orleans Saints. You know what? This is a tough call. But I think Aaron Rodgers is going to win this. Because if the Raiders can beat the Saints under Derek Carr, and actually, I want to make this clear, Derek Carr's not a bad QB at all, but he's not as, prolific as, Aaron Rodgers. So, yeah, if the Raiders can beat the Saints, I'm thinking the Packers can do the same. So I'm picking the Packers over the Saints. So, for a quick recap to all of you, my picks are the 49ers, the Browns, the Bengals, the Patriots, the Bears, the Bills, let's go Buffalo, the Steelers, the Titans, the Chargers, the Colts, go Cowboys, the Cardinals, the Buccaneers, and the Packers. So feel free to, mutter about what you will, what you think I should have done or what I should have said. But, yeah. Honestly, this is exactly the sort of day I want to start off the next 1,000 days. So, here's to another 100, 1,000, maybe even 10,000. But for now, all I can say is like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button, follow me on social media platforms, turn the notification on all the social media platforms, on YouTube. I am very humble I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I'm hoping you have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Get ready to watch some football. Go Cowboys! And remember, when you guys want to talk, the channel is going to be getting in here. Always everybody, take care and make good choices. He's waving goodbye. Bye. Take care.